There is something quietly wrong with the way most people pursue happiness. And it takes a moment to see it clearly because the pursuit itself feels so reasonable. Find the right relationship, the right work, the right level of health, security, acknowledgement. Arrange the outer world precisely enough, and happiness will finally arrive. And occasionally, it does arrive for a moment. And then something shifts. The relationship changes, the work loses its luster. The thing that was supposed to complete the picture turns out to be another piece that just doesn't quite fit. And the pursuit begins again. Most people spend an entire lifetime in this movement, chasing an experience. And here is what almost nobody stops to examine. Happiness is not an experience. See the subtle difference. Happiness is not an experience. You cannot experience happiness the way you experience a sunset or a meal or a particular relief of taking your shoes off after a long day. Those are experiences. They arise, they pass, they leave a trace of pleasure that the mind immediately tries to repeat. Happiness is something else entirely. It is a quality of being. The difference is actually not subtle. It changes everything. And experience requires the right conditions, the right object, the right moment, arriving in the right way. A quality of being requires nothing outside itself to be present. Think of warmth. A radiator warms a room by generating heat from within itself. Now see the difference. A mirror placed beside a window reflects whatever warmth the sun happens to offer. On a cloudy day, the mirror offers nothing. Most people are mirrors, waiting for the sun to be in the right circumstances to arrive so they can feel its warmth and reflect it back into their own life. The invitation here is something very different. To become the radiator, to discover a warmth that does not depend on what the weather outside is doing. Now the mind will immediately, it'll ask, how? And the how is where most teachings lose the thread. Because the how implies a technique, a practice, something to do in order to manufacture the feeling. But happiness as a quality of being cannot be manufactured. It can only be uncovered. The way the sun is not created by removing the clouds. The sun was always there. The clouds were simply obscuring something that required no effort to exist. So the question is not, how do I become happy? The question is, what am I placing between myself and happiness that is already my true nature? Sit with that question. Let it move through you without rushing to answer it. The answer will not come from the mind. It will come from the place the mind has been busy, too busy, searching to be still enough to find. Happiness is not waiting at the end of the search. It is what remains when the search finally rests.